Hi. Yeah, that's me. It's actually pronounced Clarisse, though. Yeah, my parents decided that they wanted to be a bit out of the box while also being in the box, so they changed the spelling of my name while still giving me a somewhat common name. Yeah, that was rather fun in school. Every time they called attendance for the first time, I had to correct someone on how to pronounce my name. And don't even get me started on the substitutes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been called Clarisse, Clarissa, and one time, I kid you not, someone called me Cassandra. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely name, but how do you get Cassandra from Clarisse, even with that spelling? Where did the D come from? And the second A? Hell, the third A, too. Yeah, it was pretty annoying. Sorry. Yes, I do tend to get a bit talkative and, a little bit shaky in hospitals. I never really liked them. When I was a kid, I always associated them with shots, and I guess that little bit of fear never really went away. No, I don't have a phobia of the hospital or doctors or anything. It's just always that little bit of nervousness, like, what if something's wrong, or what if I get sick from being around so many sick people, that sort of thing. Plus, talking to a doctor I've never met before, you. It's not that I think that you're a bad person, of course, just a stranger who doesn't know my history, so I have to explain everything, and if I don't explain everything just right, then there might be a misdiagnosis, and when it comes to stuff like this, psychiatric stuff, you really don't want a misdiagnosis. True, you never want a misdiagnosis, but this is sort of the only stuff that I've ever had that was really a problem, so to speak. Depression, anxiety, things like that. Yeah, I've never had any serious physical ailments, unless you count the flu, when I was younger, and my entire family had it. That was fun. Yeah, I fortunately don't remember that, but definitely not fun hearing about it. Yes, I made the appointment and I mentioned that because it seemed like that was definitely something that should be dealt with quickly. No, I have no history of anything like that. Yes, I was officially diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I was taking some medication for it, but then I had to switch over to a different one because of an allergy to one of the ingredients. That was fun to figure out. And with therapy, it's also gotten a lot better. Yes, I do have some things that trigger my anxiety a bit more, and I think that's why this is happening now. I don't mean to self-diagnose, and I know that doctors don't always enjoy when their patients have their own guesses about what's going on, but I used to have an imaginary friend, and whenever my anxiety was triggered, I would picture him standing in my room, or I would imagine him just holding me and comforting me while I calmed down. And the hallucinations, the things that I've been seeing and hearing. It's what I used to imagine when I was a kid, when I was younger. I don't have a history of anything like this. There is a slight history in my family, but nothing consistent enough to really be considered anything genetic, I don't think. But I started seeing him again when I encountered a stressor that triggered my anxiety. And it wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to imagine him there. I just... You know about Pavlov's experiment, right? Of course you do. I learned about it in my high school psych class. The dogs that were trained to salivate from the ringing of a bell because every time a bell rang, they were fed. So I almost wonder if my brain kind of Pavloved itself, so to speak, so that now whenever I'm triggered, whenever I get so stressed that I start to have an anxiety spiral, I imagine him. I'm sorry. That must sound weird, right? I mean, the brain is smart. It's a powerful thing. It wouldn't trick itself into doing that, right? You think it might be possible? Well, that's reassuring, I guess. But that still leaves the issue of why exactly am I seeing these things? Is it a sign of something worsening, or is it really just my brain doing what it was conditioned to do, and is it going to start causing problems? No, it doesn't cause me to lose focus or lose track of time. I mean, at first I did lose focus a little bit. I was cleaning up, trying to calm myself, and I just saw him and felt him holding my hand, and I was so surprised by how real it all seemed that I did lose focus. But after that incident, I just kind of went along with it, almost. It didn't surprise me as much. I had experienced it once before, so I knew what to expect. That sort of thing. Yeah, like getting a shot when you're older. You remember how it felt last time. You know that it's not going to hurt all that badly, so you don't even flinch. Like that. No, he doesn't really talk to me. He doesn't say anything that I haven't told myself. He'll say, it's okay, you'll be okay. He says, you're safe, it's okay. Just things like that, never anything bad. Yes, that's what I'd imagine him saying when I was younger. No, I don't feel unsafe because of this. I mean, I worry that it could turn into something worse because the brain is a fragile thing despite all of its strength and power, despite all the things that it can do, the things it can make you feel. It's fragile. Nick it in the right spot if you're performing surgery and suddenly someone's dead. Or worse, they forget who they are, they forget everything, they don't even know who they are, they don't even seem like themselves. They aren't even a real person anymore, just a being who is alive and has no feelings or emotions. That is a terrifying thing, and although I currently do not feel unsafe as a result of this, I worry that it could somehow be hurting my brain. I don't know. I don't know how all of this works, really. I'm not a doctor. I had an interest in psychology, but I never pursued it outside of a high school class. I don't really know a whole lot about this. You're the expert here. So maybe my fears about it hurting my brain are unfounded. I don't know, but I just thought it would be a good idea to talk to someone who knows about this. Yeah, I can tell you a bit more about it. I felt really isolated when I was younger, and whenever I would get these anxiety spirals, I felt alone. So I imagined someone there who was understanding and just reassured me of what I already knew. Because, of course, with anxiety, you're worrying over nothing a lot of the time, literally. You just feel like there's something to worry about, even if there isn't anything. And then the idea that you think there's nothing to worry about makes you worry more. And then you start panicking. So even though I knew logically that I was fine, there was nothing to be scared of, just having someone who seemed to be outside of my head tell me that it was going to be okay, that I was safe, that really helped me. And yeah, I guess it's kind of like daydreaming for escapism. A lot of people will daydream that they're in another world from a book, a TV show, an anime, and that helps them. Hell, people even make videos of stuff like that to help others. I tried a few of those, but I could never really get into them. So I just kept imagining Nico. His name's Nico. He is a man, and he has black hair and very dark eyes. And it's going to sound really weird when I say it. I don't know why I chose to imagine someone like this to comfort me, but I did. And I don't think he would ever tell me anything that's bad or harmful to myself or others. I feel the need to say that because Nico, I always got the sense that he was a demon, that I was talking to a demon.